So assume you've got your lovely software here. Isn't it amazing? It just does everything that the market wants it to. But you're afraid of people copying it. Obviously, you want some protection against this. So what is there available? Well, you can trademark the name so that no one else can use my amazing software. These can be registered with the office. However, this costs money, but it gives you a bit of a backup in case someone says, well, no, I was first. It basically says, well, yes, I was first because I registered it, and this name is mine. And then you can also put the registered to say that's mine. You can also do this for any logos or anything that really is iconic to your brand. But realistically, for some software, for instance, my awesome software might not be able to be classed as unique enough, and isn't really going to stop anyone competing directly with you. You can, however, copyright design-based stuff and writing. So if you've got a wonderful piece of artwork, for instance, if you've got a little mascot, so here's my mascot here. It's a dog. If it was unique enough and no one else had copied it, I can copyright it as mine, so that no one else can use that without asking me first. I can copyright the actual code, but there's a lot of that, and without me publishing it, people aren't really going to be able to see if they've copied it or not. So the next thing is design rights. So let's say my amazing software has this wonderful interface which has 3 wonderful buttons that does everything. And that's a unique design that no one else, everyone else has about 20,000 buttons and everyone's confused about it. It might be eligible for design right, or in some countries that's called a design patent. So the final thing is you can patent it. So you can basically say the specific way my software works in a cog. So this is my very specific cog of how my software works, and I can say that's mine. However, this means you've got to publish how this works, and bear in mind software is a global industry. So with software being in a global industry, how do I stop someone copying in a country that doesn't even accept software patents, such as India? You just can't protect yourself. So instead, we'll take the software. Typically for software, you can have it on a computer. Your customer will go to the shop, purchase the software, and put it on their computer. However, you can't protect that. You can't say, no, you can't look at how I've done that. You can, however, tell them no. Instead, you have to pay me a monthly fee, and I'll stick it in the wonderful thing called the cloud. Here's my cloud. It's a wonderful cloud with some servers hanging out of it. So instead I put my software here. This is something I control. I can decide who has access to that. And all my developers, well, if anyone wants to go have a look, they'll get a wonderful NDA, which is a legal document, which means that basically, if you can copy it after you've signed it, that means you've violated the NDA, and I can sue you. So you get your developers to sign away and say that they will not copy it. For our customers, what will happen then is they will just connect to the cloud whenever they want to, and then they'll get access to the software whenever they need to. This is quite a common thing as well, because the bonus for us as software developers is there's no need for us to worry about the customer's machine. Instead, all they need is a web browser, and most of the time these days, with the advent of Facebook and Twitter and lots of other things that are already running on this machine, all you need is the exact same thing, such as a web browser, to be able to connect. This also means we can also update the software ourselves so that our amazing software gets even better and better automatically, and we've got a running income because our customer has to pay every month to keep the software running. However, this may not work for everyone, as some software may have legal requirements where people just say, no, we need to have it installed on our machines because we need to get it audited. So it won't work for everyone. But it's a case of looking at what is available and protecting it as best as possible. That, or to make it the best in the industry, such as the reputation the company has will affect the sales. So if someone comes along and creates their own version of the software, but it's not very good. Instead, it crashes half the other software that they have crashes half the time. People aren't going to be very willing to look at it, even if this piece of software that they've managed to create, the new one, is even better than ours. It's a lot about reputation and protecting and making sure, so the best we can. However, with software, with it being as digital as possible, there's only so much we can do. And there's only so much that you can afford to do before it becomes unnecessary.